Hi everyone, I'm Lauren Corsi. Welcome to Statistics Psych 3210. This is a fully online course. Over the next 5 weeks, we'll be learning a lot about the basic principles of behavioral statistics. I know that many students experience some anxiety at the beginning of this course, and I just want to reassure everyone that the calculations that we'll do in this course won't go beyond basic mathematics. We'll do things such as addition and multiplication. The most difficult thing that we'll do in terms of calculation is to take the square root of a number. Now, some formulas that we work with may look a little intimidating, but we'll break them down, and the steps involved in completing them are quite simple. So in this course, we'll cover a lot of dense material in a short amount of time. So make sure that you start reading early in the week and give yourself plenty of time to complete the assignments. I expect that you will have a lot of questions, so reach out whenever you feel confused or unsure about any of the concepts or calculations. Keep in mind that it's always better to reach out earlier rather than later. So many of the concepts we discuss build on each other throughout the semester. If you're confused early on, don't think, well, I'll just skip that and move on. This won't be a good strategy because you'll need to understand those early chapters and concepts as a foundation for what we'll discuss in later chapters. If you don't reach out for help and master the content in like chapter 3, for example, it could make chapter 4 that much more difficult. So I'm here to help you guys through this process throughout this course. So reach out whenever you need help or assistance. So email is the best way to contact me. You have my email address in the syllabus. It's posted on Canvas. You can also email me through Canvas. In your syllabus, I have a phone number listed. Now, I know that we're not on campus. I have been getting the voicemail recordings. So if you call that number that is listed and you leave a voicemail, then I should be able to know that you called and listened to that voicemail. But I do recommend that if you call and leave a voicemail, that you also send a follow-up email just to double check to make sure that I got that message and to cover all bases. For each week, you will also have a set of slides that come with a notes section. So if you open up the PowerPoints, you should see notes at the bottom here on your screen. So if you don't see notes popping up, a notes section popping up, be sure that you click down here where it says notes so that you can view those notes. You also have some videos, some that are linked out to a third-party source that I find to be very great at explaining conceptually what we're doing. And then you'll have a few that is me walking through some calculations. You'll also have some that's me kind of walking through what we'll do in Excel. So you should be able to open those links. Some of them you can view directly in Canvas, but if for whatever reason it's not appearing on Canvas here, then click on the link or the title of the video, and that should link out to the direct source, whether that's YouTube or a textbook website, etc., for you to access those videos. You may also have to click that title and link out if you need the closed captioning and they're not appearing within the Canvas portal. So each week you will have a homework assignment. So the homework is graded and labeled in your grades as homework, but I'm administering it through the quiz function within Canvas. And the reason I'm doing that is to give you very rapid feedback and to allow for multiple attempts. And so when you open it up, it'll look like a quiz, so just kind of keep that in mind, but it counts the same as a homework in the grading system. And now your quiz was labeled in the grading system as a quiz, If you open that up, you'll see for each one a Word document that you'll be asked to download and type in your answers or write in your answers, and you can take a photograph of it and submit it however is most convenient for you. So you'll see a Word document, and for many of them, you may also see an Excel document. With the Excel, I will want you to download and use the formulas and functions and analysis package within Excel. Save that Excel file and upload that Excel file so that I see that you are using Excel to complete the task. So if you have any questions about the homework or the quizzes, let me know. As I said, with that quiz, it will be primarily kind of hand calculations, testing some conceptual knowledge, just like what we do in the homework section. But with the quiz, for many of them, you'll have that added component of utilizing Excel. Now, what is great about that is that typically in our field, most researchers are not calculating statistics by hand. It's great for you guys to kind of get that foundation of knowledge to understand the math that is going into these statistical analyses and the results that you're getting, but ultimately it's more practical to learn how to do these things using Excel or some other type of software, because once you get into large data sets, it's not feasible very often to calculate out the statistics by hand in a reasonable amount of time. And so this will give you some kind of hands-on knowledge of using Excel for the purposes of data calculation. And the added benefit is that when you are asked to calculate something by hand for your homework or in other parts of the quiz, you can double check that using Excel if you want. At the end of the semester, you'll have an extra credit opportunity. So this is an exit quiz. It is comprehensive or cumulative, so unlike the other quizzes that are just based on the 2 chapters covered that week, the extra credit quiz is cumulative, so it will ask you questions about stuff that we've discussed throughout the entire course. And it's sort of to see, well, what kind of at the end of the semester, what knowledge have you acquired in this course? So this is optional. You don't have to take the extra credit exit quiz, but it will count towards bonus points or extra credit points.